Hello guys, I'm Alex. Guys, with me today I have a founder, also a Romanian guy. I will let him present himself first.
Hello, guys. Nice to meet you, everyone. I'm Robert. I'm as well from Romania. I've studied in the US, my undergraduate in Pennsylvania next to Pittsburgh. I've double majored in international business and marketing. Then I moved 2015 to London, where I did my master's degrees and started working over there as well, digital marketing management, performance marketing. I'm 28 currently. I'm quite young, but quite motivated as well. Still in London, I started my own startup end of 2019 called RacketPal. I'm an ex-pro tennis player, as you can see a bit behind me. I've played tennis at university as well. That's pretty much how the idea of RacketPal came about, but probably we're going to talk about RacketPal in a bit. So, that's in a nutshell about me.
Thank you very much. I will let you present the company right now. It's also part of the second question is, please can present the company.
How much time do I have to present?
Feel free to present the company. Be short, but be sure that you explain what the company does, mission, vision, value.
Sure. So I'm going to start a bit with the story before that. My background is marketing and I'm an ex-pro tennis player. My co-founder, Bogdan, is a lead mobile app developer and he's a squash player. So the idea came about when myself and Bogdan, we met in 2019 and one of our old jobs, we both realized how hard it was for us to find someone to play with, to play our favorite sport with. We've then done our research, we've spoken to hundreds of people, we've realized that a lot of other people in other sports, at least in other racket sports, so badminton, table tennis, paddle, have the same issue. And this is how RacketPal came about. So at the beginning, it was just, we wanted to match people to be able to match people with other players. That was the MVP, at least. What you can currently do to the app 2 years later, it's much more functionality. It's all about, it's not just about matchmaking, it's building a community of engaged sports players that can, of course, invite and chat with other people and have group chats, but they can join and compete in local leagues. We've had over 200 leagues being played over the past months. They can book coaching sessions. We work with coaches around the UK. Our main market, by the way, is the UK, is actually London, where we've got currently close to 50,000 registered users, which is quite a 10x growth over the past 10 months, since we've also raised our pre-seed of a bit over $500,000. You can see the courts around you on the maps. You cannot book the court, but you can see them around you and you can tap them and call them up and phone them up and see information. You can track your score level and see your historic progress and how your matches has done and how your level has changed over time, as our skill level algorithm is dynamic depending on your match performance. So it goes not only to a matchmaking, to a Tinder of sports, so to say, but towards creating that engaged community that people come back to and constantly use. This is why the vision for our app is to become the largest and most engaged racket sports community on the planet. The Strava for racket sports, if you want to say so that you can track your fitness and health data within the app and connect it to your match historic performance, so that you can follow your friends and create groups around common interests, leaderboards, rankings. So this has just been the beginning, and this has all happened over pretty much the past year since the lockdown was over, and since we've managed to quadruple the even ×5 the tech team, which is one of our strongest points, as we are very tech heavy and very data heavy as well at the moment. That's how we've managed to get here over the past year as well. And obviously, in order to become this large and engaged user base and to create it, we need to raise. Currently, we are fundraising as well, so we are looking to raise 2 million as part of the seed round. We are talking pounds, by the way, as it's the currency that I'm used to in the UK. So yeah, we are raising 2 million as part of this round so that we can continue to grow 10x. So our forecast and our plans are to reach 500,000 users by 2023, continue this exponential growth in user base that we have, continuously focus on creating an engagement, constantly people coming back to the app, retention, and through gamification, so through implementing features of gamification, and a lot of other plans of as well expansion, because we've launched Melbourne over in the past 3 months as well. But that's us in a nutshell.
Okay, so you already raised £500,000, right?
Yes.
And your plan right now is to raise 2 million?
Yes, £2 million pounds.
Okay, 2 million.
$500,000. We've raised a bit more than $500,000 11 months ago.
Okay, so you already have some run rate in. So you have a right now cash in the balance, cash in the bank, enough to stay calm and searching for the next round, right?
Yes, that's exactly where I'm at the moment.
Good. The company, you already answered some question. I have a list of questions. I didn't share this with you. I want to share this with the community. I didn't share the list of questions before the call, and but you already answered some of the questions, so I will not ask you.
Perfect.
The company has a monthly recurring revenue at the moment.
So what we focused on since we started the company was not on making money, because without a community of engaged people that actually play against each other, that come back to the app, that meet and that are physically active, no one will pay for it. I don't care if I have 100,000 people all over the planet, because they will never meet. This is why our focus has been very strict on London and now on Melbourne. So over the past year, we've managed to prove that we can scale the user base with little marketing money, and that we can create an engaged community of people. We've had over 27,000 matches organized through the app from 50,000 users, which is impressive. Over the past 3 months, we've launched Melbourne. That's where we are monetizing. So that's the first city. So London, the UK is still free. In Melbourne, we are monetizing. We are using the freemium model, the subscription model, if you think of Tinder, Strava. And we have seen quite great results, quite great early results. You know, the conversion rate from registered to paying users is around 7% currently. We've got about 250 paying users at the moment out of 3,000 registered users, but it's a start. It shows us that people are willing and able to pay for the product, and that, well, that it can have a massive success. We're going to move the model in the UK as well over the next months, so the app won't be free anymore for long over there. But we've started monetizing, yes, 3 months ago.
Okay. How many people work right now full-time for this project, on the company?
16 people, and 13 of them is tech. And this is our biggest cost competitive advantage and biggest advantage compared to other startups. Imagine you raise $500,000 and you have 16 full-time employees. That's because we are Romanian and our tech team is all from Romania. It's fully remote. It's because we've managed, this is why we've managed over the past 10 months to create this product. We've had over 25 A/B tests over the past 10 months. We've managed to increase that North Star KPI of engagement. Then we've got obviously our head of product, senior data analyst, very data-driven, both of them. And every single product decision is taken based on data. Myself, Bogdan, the designer, UI, UX, and that's about it. But very, very tech-heavy team.
Okay, so a very good product will not guarantee the success of the company, because the marketing it's that one. So if you have a very, very good product and you invest in marketing, it's fantastic. If you have a poor product and you invest in marketing, you lose money. But without marketing, doesn't matter how good the product is. Probably you realize that, right?
Of course.
Good. Smart money versus blind or silent investor.
Let me answer it. I'm taking care of marketing. My background is pure performance marketing. That's how we've managed to scale from 5,000 users to 50,000 in 10 months. So that's what I'm doing. I'm partly marketing person, I'm part recruiter, part whatever, but I've been personally taking care of it. Obviously, as part of the next round, I need someone better and smarter than me. So we are hiring a senior growth person or marketing manager after this round. But we've done quite well in terms of marketing until now, and in terms of keeping the cost down and the CPR constant. So okay. With a great.
Okay. So smart money versus blind or silent investor. What do you prefer?
The investors that we had until now, none of them is silent. We are all, I mean, I have the best relationship I think a founder can have with his investors, to be honest with you, as they are passionate in the industry. They're all of them have invested before in marketplaces in SaaS. They are passionate about sports. Some of is a tennis player, another is a golf player. They have sometimes with the sports, some ties with the sports market, and they've helped us with. They're very complimentary. They've helped us with whatever we needed to. We have a monthly catch up, an official board meeting, but we are always on WhatsApp with them. We call them up whenever we need something. Some of them have helped us with scaling into the new markets with advice on different fronts. So it's all about, it's never about just having the money and then calling once a year, hey, do you have some more money? Because I'm not the smartest person and I'm not the most experienced, and I know that, and I need people to help us on the journey. And if you don't get help from investors, then who do you get help from?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is a mindset of an entrepreneur in the journey of big success from my point of view.
Let's hope so.
Yesterday, I just launched a book, Ego. It's about how how harmful for a business could be a CEO with a big ego who know everything. You know, a person who know everything doesn't know anything for real. What about Y Combinator? Did you consider being part of an accelerator for to scale or to understand more about how to scale a chicken and egg business? Because from my point of view, your business model, it's kind of chicken and egg, like Uber. Like if you don't have a pool of people in an area, it's hard to be good. Because if you don't find, if I register, I'm already have the app on the phone. I already create my account and I realize, hey, if I am in Bucharest or in London or in Paris, doesn't matter where, and I can find people exactly from that location, the application is zero for me, zero value, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's exactly.
what about YC or big accelerators?
Um, we've thought about it. We are still thinking about it. Even though we are raising this round, it does not mean that we can join an accelerator after the fundraise is over. It's hard for me to focus on 10 things at the same time, because besides my full-time job, which is currently fundraising, I have a full-time job of running the business, of recruiting, of making sure our employees are happy, the team is happy, and another 100 things that I have on my head. And to apply for it's like fundraising at the end of the day, to apply for Y Combinator, as it's one of the biggest, and there are other ones that are big. So we would be delighted to take part in it. We will have to see what the application process. I know that only the top of the top companies get there, and well, until now we didn't have any proof that we are the top of the company until at least 6 months ago, after raising the pre-seed, where we could finally focus on it and lockdown was over. So maybe we need a bit more traction. I have to see what the requirements are and I have to talk to them. But well, I think it would be a wise decision if we could, and if it's a possibility to take part of a big accelerator, for a couple of reasons. You mentioned one, scaling, commercial model, city by city conquering. You know, how do you combine all of this with scaling the people, and do you need a country manager? There's so many questions that I don't have the answer to, and I would love some help on them and some advice.
I will be honest with you. Using this video, you already pitch also some scouting people from YC, and not just scouting, also limited partners and partners from YC. Using this video, we have a two list, big community on Facebook group and LinkedIn, 130,000 founders, but we have also the small community of very close investors, high net worth individuals, part of YC also. So you already did this with this video. Happy to help you. My plan is to help other founders find ways to scale and to succeed, because this is the only way I know I succeed because I receive help from other people. And after I sold my last company, I realized that what I love to do in life is to help others, but help others that really ask for help and want to, not someone who uh, don't need that help. So happy to do,
I reach out to you, right? So
yeah, happy to do my best to uh, help you in a way to reach the right people. The last two questions. These
I
are
may, I wanna, if I may, I wanna just jump in a little bit. As part of this round, just so that the audience know, we are more than happy and we are open to adding a group of angels or super angels, however you want to call them, as to the round as well. So we're not looking just at institutional investors, and we are more than happy to accommodate and to speak to them. As angels, a lot of time could be even more helpful and more involved than an institutional one, and you can have a better relationship sometimes. So we
uh,
are open to both.
I will give you some insights. Let's say yes, it's 100%. An angel will put more data connections on the table than a institutional investor. Because for the institutional investor, we are not you. We are just numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just numbers, but it's normal like that. If you have more than 500 employees, you will see that you will talk only with 11 people. Otherwise, you cannot be a good CEO of the company. You will respect and talk with the cleaning lady and with everyone, but in terms of operational stuff and as a chief executive officer, you will need to. Otherwise, you do something bad for the company. The last two questions. Um, Tough questions. Why? Because
Go ahead.
why, first of all, why tough questions? Because the first one it's not related to business, and I received this question during my journey as an entrepreneur a lot of times. Are you married and you have childrens?
Um, so legally speaking, I'm not married and I don't have children, but business speaking, I am married and I have a child. I am my co-founder, and RacketPal is my child because I spent the last 2.5 years 23 hours a day, and even that hour when I wasn't doing it, I was still thinking about it, and I'm chatting 7 hours a day with Bogdan, with my co-founder. I'm speaking more with him than with my family, my girlfriend, and my friends combined. So legally, I'm not married, but unofficially, I am, and I have a child, which is
Okay.
my.
Okay, I will be honest with you. This is a positive answer for an investor, a very positive one. Yeah, but
Thank you.
it's also a part that, for example, uh, my investors told me all the time, Alex, take your time to relax, go in park, stay healthy, sleep well, because this is also part of being a good founder, a good CEO. If you are not good, if you are not sorry, if you are not okay, you cannot help others and you cannot scale the company and do something great for the society. The last question: what are the three main important part of a business, not your business, of a regular business from your point of view? So, what are the three main important from your point of view? So, first of all,
For a business to succeed, or
for you, of course, no, we create businesses to create profit. This is what regulation,
yeah,
society regulation.
yeah, yeah. I'm I can tell you for sure what the number one is, and that's for any business. It's the team. You cannot succeed anything without the team. I cannot do it myself. I haven't had gotten here if I wouldn't have had Bogdan, head of product, data analyst, our tech team, designers, everybody. I'm a small pine on the board of this business, and I'm getting smaller and smaller as the team grows. So
This is
number one is
the,
the team.
this is the number one. I totally agree with you. It's also for me as an entrepreneur and as an investor. The second one,
The second one is not business related. And I think it's the peace of mind and the relationships you have with other people outside the business. I'm going to give you an example so that I can explain it a bit better. If you have a business or if you have a job and you come home, or whenever you are outside of your job, you don't have peace of mind and you have happiness and you have good relationships with your spouse, with your parents, with your brother, with your friends, then it consumes you. And when you are at the job and when you do your work, you cannot fully focus on what you're doing because your thought will be at outside problems. So I think you have to balance.
Totally agree with you, but I ask related to business, not related to personal stuff.
It is though, yeah, it is though related to business because then you cannot. Okay, I understand your point.
For example, if I have, after 12, 13 years as an entrepreneur, if I have, doesn't matter how many, if my mother died, I can focus on, doesn't matter how big the pain is, I can focus because during my entrepreneur journey, I can focus, doesn't matter how many problems I have outside. So it's could be yeah, you are right, 100%. You cannot control all the thoughts we have, but is not, from my point of view, the answer.
I understand.
Because it's
Okay.
related directly to business.
Then the second one, then it would be for sure focus and priority. There's 100 things that I have to do and everybody in the team has to do, and you have to make sure as a founder or as whatever the manager of the company that everybody is focused on a common goal and that you have clear KPIs that everybody works towards. I can work on 100 things every day, but I have to choose one or two. How do I choose that one or two? How do I not let myself distracted to work on other things? So I think lack of distraction, meaning focus, is the second most important thing.
Okay. It's also on an investor performance investor list. It's on top 10, is not on top 3, but I will let you, you have another one. So number 3.
Another go. Well, I'm okay. We're in the middle there. Let me think about the third one, business related. Network. I think that's a very important one. Being able to create your network even when you are not fundraising. Obviously, everybody, when they are fundraising, they are reaching out to people, and that's the only time they are doing so. I myself, I'm reaching out whenever we finish the round. I will still reach out to people, as I always like to meet new people. I want to discuss with smarter and more experienced people than myself, but it's always good to create the relationships, not only in your space, sports tech, B2C, whatever, but with people that could help you in 5 years with an exit, that could help you with a big hire. So I believe network is the third most important thing.
Okay, I will give you my personal, as an entrepreneur, as a founder, as an investor, my personal 3 main important stuff part for a business. It's the team is the number 1. The product.
At least
we agree. Yeah, we agree. We cannot agree with everything. Otherwise, we cannot be connected. The number 1 is the team. The second is the product. And the third one, it's marketing. And from my point of view, a very successful founder, very successful, I mean, he's on the top and he wants to stay on the top for at least 5 years. And a good leader and a good CEO focus on the main 3 things. These are the main 3 things. I study also other founders. I talk in the last 3 years. That was my focus, how to stay on top, not to be on top, to stay on top. And I discuss with other founders, and we all agree with these 3 main things: team, product, and the marketing. I just give something back if this can help you.
Thank you for the insight.
Okay. Thank you very much. I wish you raise enough money, and I wish you also to understand that raising money is just part of the journey, is not a success for a business. Success is when you invest that money, you have a good burn rate, and you can generate more money using the investor's money.
I actually have a different opinion on this. I think that success for us at least is when we help people in the society stay more physically active and then to find partners. It's not all about us making money. It's about, can we make a positive impact on society and on people?
100%. 100%. But if you go to the government and you tell them, hey, I bring value to the society, they will ask for the taxes. So that's why it's also an eye. You need to put also an eye on the revenue stuff.
Of course,
profit.
of course.
If money are very, very important for a business owner, a good investor will avoid it, because we all want to avoid people, money-driven people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But as a CEO, as a founder, as a leader, you also need to focus on that part, not every day like a crazy person, but it's also part of your job.
Yeah, that is true.
And how to keep an investor happy? By generating value for the society. Of course, by generating value for the society, you will receive back, and you can scale the company. Thank you very much. Again, I wish you good luck with this round.
Thank you very much, Alexandru. Have a great rest of the day, guys, and thank you for listening.
Thank you.